When I had my second recurrence, I asked my oncologist for prognosis information. It was about 50-50, was my outlook. And this was a little bit hard for me to take because it didn't seem very sincere or well thought through.
2007, the doctor came and told me after Vanessa's surgery that she had stage 4 colon cancer. We appreciated the doctors knowing that it was serious and that they were going to do the best possible treatment for us. We didn't need to know anything else besides that, and that it was good for us.
My son and my daughter went with me for the diagnosis. I was given 5 months to live. I thought, expletive, expletive, no human being has the right to tell another human being how long you can live.
Prognosis is an estimate of the likely outcome or course of a disease.
Talking about prognosis for people with a cancer that has a, not necessarily a great prognosis, it's pretty scary. Many people have this tremendous resilience that comes out when they can start to grapple with what they're up against. And if we don't provide the right kind of communication, they never have the chance to do that.
Your future, your goals, your way.
We're often waiting for this question about prognosis or how long exactly do I have to live. And that question never comes because the patient is asking about the future in a different way. They're asking, am I going to make it to the graduation? Can I take the trip? Can I make plans? For almost everybody, talking about the future is really important. And the challenge for me is to figure out what's the piece of information that I can bring from my medical expertise to their question.
What I've been looking for is to know, what are the odds are that I'm going to survive? There's just a comfort that comes along with knowing kind of where I fit and what I need to do to succeed and survive and to continue to parent my kids and all the things that I want to do with my life.
Dr. Bach and I have talked about death, and my personal philosophy is I will know when I'm going to die. And I've said to him many times, I will tell you when I am going to die. And I just finally decided, well, I'm going to take each day, and each day that I'm given to live is a gift, and I'll just live it as best I can.
He said, you've got 2 kids, and we've got graduations coming up, and high school grad and college grads, and let's fight real hard to see if we can make those. So that gives you a goal, and maybe a manageable goal, to be there for certain ones of those.
So what I'm trying to do is say, how ready are you to talk about the future? In what way could we talk about the future together that, from my point of view, will help you get prepared, and from their point of view, won't be too scary?
How much do you and your loved ones want to know?
If I could give patients one piece of advice, I'd say, tell your doctor exactly how you want to hear about this. So Vanessa and Roy approached this very differently. She did not want any of the gory details. He wanted to know all the statistics. So what I would do was have separate conversations offline with Roy.
I follow Vanessa's lead. I accommodate her desires and interest in knowing information. And if I need to have information, then I can seek it out either from the doctors or do my own type of work.
For me, being in the dark is more of a problem than having information that's maybe not the best. In the case of working with Dr. Bach specifically, he tried to go a step further to say, for this hurdle, you've got this % chance of getting through it. And that just helped me to kind of get the bigger picture for what my challenge was going to be.
I think the job isn't for us to fuzz the truth or soften it necessarily, although we have to be kind about it. I think our job is to be there for whatever the emotional response is later, and to expect that, and to realize that's part of our job as healers.
What do the statistics really mean?
What statistics can tell you is that they can give you an idea of the range that most people with your condition have. What statistics can't tell you is exactly when something will happen to you as an individual. Sometimes when doctors say the average survival is 12 months, patients think that means I have exactly 12 months, and that's rarely the case. Usually the 12 months is an average of many patients half of which have lived more than 12 months and half of which have lived less than 12 months. So take the good part of them, do some planning, but don't get hung up on exactly how much time you might have, because we can't predict that.
It's still your life to live.
What's a Tuba toothpaste? Well, it says I have made it another month or 6 weeks because I get to start a new tube of toothpaste. And the Tuba toothpaste is my guideline to, wow, I made it another few weeks or another few months.
So for me, what I've tried to do in the past is just jump back into my life, get my job back, go back to work and take care of my kids and my wife and just appreciate what I've got.
I have a choice here I can make. I can make myself miserable and cry a lot and be sad, or I can decide to have a blast, be happy, and use the time to do wonderful stuff that makes me feel good and hopefully makes you guys feel good.
One day Vanessa told me that a friend had painted a portrait of her, and I said, oh, can I see it? Her sleeve is unraveling and she's knitting, and I said, what are you knitting? And she said, I don't know. And to me, that's the metaphor of her life now. She's working on it. She's not exactly sure how it's going to turn out.
Department of Health and Human Services, USA. National Institutes of Health. National Cancer Institute. www.cancer.gov/prognosis. 1-800-4-CANCER. Produced December 2012.